Okay, Jake, now we're going to focus on the muscular skeletal portion of your assessment. So I'm going to see how your muscles and your joints work, and I'm going to start off with your hips right now. And so I want you to flex your hips by lifting your leg straight up in the air. So that would be flexion, good, and then down would be extension. When we stand up, I'll get you to do hyperextension. Now bend your knee, good, that's flexion, and lift it up, good, extension, and back down again, good, and then your leg out, good. Okay, and now I want you to point your toes down, that would be plantar flexion, good, and then point them up towards yourself, that would be dorsiflexion, great. And then I'm going to hold your leg up. I just want you to rotate your ankle, good. And now another part of the hip, cross this leg like a man, good, that would be internal or external rotation, and then internal is going to be your knee towards, good, your other knee. And then again, we would do that bilaterally. Okay, and so we've done the toe or the foot as well, and we've done your ankle rotation. And can you separate your toes? Good, okay, and then just put them together. Now I want you to come, I'm going to give you a bit of resistance. I want you to push up on my hand, bring your leg up, good, and then come down, good. Okay, now we're going to do abduction, so bring your leg towards me, like this, good, and then adduction would be your leg, yep, good. Now do that on your own, good, good. Any pain or tenderness while you're doing that?
No.
Good. And when I palpate your joint at the hip, is there any pain or tenderness?
No.
Good. Any pain or tenderness at your knee?
No.
Okay. And there's no tenderness when I do this?
Nope.
Good, and there's no fluid noted on the knee. Everything looks symmetric. Down in the toe area, any pain or tenderness?
No.
Good, and there's no heat, there's no redness at the joints. Okay, great. Jake, the next portion of this, I'm going to work in a neurological reflex with the ankle, since I have the table here. So if you could just get up for a minute and come towards this area. I want you to kneel on here with your ankles hanging out over. Great. And this is going to be the ankle jerk. This is part of the reflex, okay? So I'm just going to, good. Okay, good. And that's +1. Okay, the rest of the portion will be in the other room where I can have you sitting down and standing up, and we'll do the rest of the musculoskeletal system, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Jake, we're going to finish off the hip portion of this. We were on the bed, and you had done the flexion extension. You brought your knees up, and we're able to touch your chest, which is a 90-degree angle, and that is flexion as well. Now we're just going to do hyperextension, which would look like that. So bring your leg back to behind you. That's hyperextension. Great. Okay, so we've done the hips, and we did the knees, and we've done your feet. And the ankles as well. So now we're going to start up at the top, and we're going to work our way down with the joints and the muscles. And I'm going to start with the TMJ joint, and I just want to make sure everything is symmetrical, which it is. And if you just open your mouth for me and close it, and open it and close it. Good. Any tenderness?
No.
Any pain?
No.
When you do that. And there was no clicking. Grind your teeth for me. Okay, good. And the TMJ is in normal alignment with no clicking noticed. Now we're going to move down to the neck, and so what I want you to do is, first of all, push against my hand. I'm going to give you some resistance, and do the other way too. Good, and then walk towards me. With resistance. Okay, good. And then with the neck, I want you to do a rotation of the neck. Good. And I want you to bend it laterally. Any pain or tenderness?
No.
Okay, good. Forward flexion, and then going back to normal position is extension, and then hyperextension. Good. And again, no pain, no tenderness?
No.
Okay, good. Now, Jake, we're going to work with the shoulders. If you could just do a rotation of the shoulders. Good. We're going to do forward flexion. Good. And backward hyperextension. Good. Any pain there?
No.
Good. We're going to do abduction and adduction. Good. Let me just move this so you can move over a little bit and have some room. Okay. And then we're going to do internal rotation and external rotation. Good. And any pain or?
No.
Nothing at all. Okay, good. So from the shoulders, actually let's give me some, I'm going to give you some resistance and you push up. Good. And then down. Good. And with the elbows, I want you to flex and then extend. Good. And then do it with some resistance. Good. And then down. Good. And then with your wrists, I want you to rotate them, flex them, and extend them. Good. You're going to do an ulnar and a radial. Good as well. Okay. And now with your fingers, and then back, adduction, abduction, and do it resisting me, or I'm going to resist you, sorry, and you. Good. Okay, that's great. Let's go back to the elbows, and we're going to focus on the hands, and you're going to do pronation and supination. Good. And I want you to do it really quickly on your hips. Good. Okay. And then if you could just make a fist. Good. And if you can just, that's it, touch each finger to the thumb. Good. And then I just want you to give me a grip and squeeze. Good. And the grip is symmetrical. Both are even. Okay, great. And that's the fingers. And then just, I don't know if I had done this before, but just rotating the waist. It's going to show the rotation of the hips. Good. And no pain or tenderness.
No.
Okay, and again, I will look at or feel all your joints. And no pain or tenderness?
No.
Okay. Okay. Good. And then finally, I want you to turn around and I want you to bend over. I'm going to have a look at your spine. Make sure there's no scoliosis and just feel the vertebral spaces. No pain or tenderness.
No.
And there appears to be no scoliosis, so that's great. Stand up, and the normal concave and convexity of the spinal column is present. There is symmetry, and you have full range of motion. So thank you, Jake, for doing that, and then we'll continue on with the neurological portion of this.
Okay.
So we will now move on to the neurological portion. I'm going to ask you to do a few things for me. Some require standing and walking and sitting. At any point, if you're uncomfortable, let me know, but this will not be uncomfortable for you, okay? So the first one is going to be looking at your gait, your walk, and just to see how you do. I just want you to walk to this chair and back. Great. Now I want you to walk again, and I want you to put your heel in front of your toes and do heel to toe as you walk. Great. Okay. Now I want you to stand over here with your legs slightly apart. Okay, good. And I want you to close your eyes, look straight ahead. Okay, good. Okay, good. And you had a negative Romberg's test. Okay. Jake, you can take a seat. Oh, before you do that, sorry, if you just would rub one heel up the other shin, good, and right in the front, if you can do that. And the other one, good, okay, excellent. Now we're going to do a finger to nose exercise, and I just want you to constantly just do that for me. And I'm looking for smoothness and fluidity, which you have. Good. And then touch my index finger with yours and this one. Okay, good. Okay, now Jake, I'm going to place something. I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to place something in your right hand, and I want you to feel it and then tell me what it is. Okay? So tell me.
It's a key.
Good, okay. So that's for stereognosis, which you passed. and that's just recognizing an object when your eyes are closed. Now keep your eyes closed. I'm going to take the palm of your hand, and I'm going to draw a number on there. This is for the graphesthesia test, and you tell me what number I'm drawing, okay?
Okay.
And this is for graphesthesia.
7.
Good, and you passed that test too, so that's great. Now you can open up your eyes for a minute while I explain the next one. This is going to be pain and touch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually I'll use the key because it has a sharp end, and so this is going to be sharp and this is going to be dull, okay? And so you're going to tell me if it's your right or left arm or your leg. Tell me where it's located and if it's sharp or dull that I'm touching you with. Okay, so close your eyes.
My left leg is sharp. My left arm is dull. My right arm is dull. My right leg is sharp. My right arm is sharp.
Okay, good. And you passed that test, so that's great. So that's done. Okay. Jake, the next test I'm going to do is on your hand, your finger. You're going to tell me what position your finger is in. This is going to be up, this is neutral, and this is down. Okay? So I want you to close your eyes again. Okay, and just keep your hand straight out, your finger straight out. Good.
Down. Up. Neutral.
Okay, great. And then the other hand, keep it straight.
Up. Neutral. Down.
Good. And then I'm going to try this foot as well.
Down. Neutral. Up.
Good. And we would do that bilaterally as well on the other toe. Okay, the other, I'm going to do something called a 2-point touch, and you're going to tell me again if it's 1 point or 2 points. Actually, it's called 1 or 2 point touch test, and it's going to be on somewhere on your body, and I'm either going to touch 1 point on your body or 2 points, and you're going to tell me if I'm using 2 points or 1 point. Okay? So let's start. And again, you can tell me where on the body I'm doing this.
Okay.
And if it's 1 or 2 points. Okay, so you can close your eyes.
My left leg, 1 point. My right leg, 2 points. My right arm, 1 point. No, 2 points. My left arm, 2 points.
Okay, good. That's great. Okay, and so that test is done. And then I have something called the vibration test. I'm going to put this vibrating object on a joint, and I want you to tell me when you stop feeling it vibrate. And again, your eyes are going to be closed. Okay? So we'll start with your wrist.
It stopped.
Okay? And I'm just going to get you to put this leg down.
It just stopped.
Okay? And then we'll do one more.
It stopped.
Okay, great. Okay. And we could do it on other joints as well, but that was great with those that we used. Okay, and then I'm also going to check your reflexes now. We did the ankle jerk. I want to check your patellar. So I'm just going to get on this side. Just relax your knee and look straight ahead. Okay, so you're at +1. Now I'm going to do the brachioradial, radialis. Good. And I'm going to do your bicep. And then I'm going to do your tricep. And just relax your arm up here. Okay. Good, okay. And so those are all of your reflexes that we've done. I'm going to conclude this session by asking you a few questions. Jake, I'm going to start at the number 10, and I want you to count backwards from 10 to 0.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Great. And I want you to repeat after me. Jake, yellow is my favorite color. Pizza is good.
Jake, yellow is my favorite color. Pizza's good.
Great. And Jake, who's the President of the United States right now?
Barack Obama.
And what year are we in?
2015.
And the month?
December.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for participating today. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay.